You feel it every single day. The tight chest in traffic, the racing mind at 2 a.m., the exhaustion that coffee can't fix. That's cortisol, your body's stress hormone, and right now, most people have dangerously high levels of it. High cortisol doesn't just make you stressed, it quietly destroys your sleep, packs fat around your belly, crashes your immune system, and accelerates aging at the cellular level. But here's what no one tells you. Your kitchen might already have the most powerful cortisol-lowering medicine on the planet. Today, I'm revealing 5 science-backed foods that naturally lower cortisol, and I'll show you exactly how to use them. Stay until the end because that information can help you if you have the problem of cortisol. Before we dive in, let's quickly subscribe and hit that bell, because every week I bring you science-backed health info that your doctor doesn't have time to explain. Now, what exactly is cortisol? It's a hormone produced by your adrenal glands, and in short bursts, it's actually helpful. It wakes you up in the morning, sharpens focus, and helps you handle real emergencies. The problem is modern life keeps cortisol chronically elevated. Work stress, poor sleep, ultra-processed food, blue light, all of it signals danger to your brain, and your adrenals just keep pumping out cortisol all day long. And the result? Weight gain, anxiety, brain fog, and poor immunity. So let's fix it, starting with what's on your plate. Cortisol is regulated by the HPA axis, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. When you eat certain nutrients, you send a biochemical signal that tells this system to calm down. Specifically, we're looking at 3 pathways: nutrients that lower inflammation, which drives cortisol, nutrients that support adrenal function directly, and compounds that regulate the nervous system and reduce the stress response. The 5 foods you're about to hear hit at least one, sometimes all 3 of these pathways, and there's real peer-reviewed research behind each one. Food 1. Dark leafy greens. Spinach, Swiss chard, kale. These greens are loaded with magnesium, one of the most critical minerals for stress regulation. Magnesium acts like a natural brake on the HPA axis. A 2012 study in Magnesium Research found that magnesium supplementation significantly reduced cortisol levels in athletes under physical stress. Think of magnesium like a volume knob on your stress system. Most people are running at volume 10, and magnesium turns it down to a 4. The problem? Studies show that up to 68% of Americans are deficient in magnesium, which means their stress volume is permanently turned up personally. How to use it? 1 cup of cooked spinach gives you about 157 milligrams of magnesium, nearly 40% of your daily needs. Add it to smoothies, saute it with garlic, or throw it in omelets. Do this daily for 2 weeks and notice the difference in your baseline anxiety. Food 2. Dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher. A landmark 2009 study published in the Journal of Proteome Research found that people who ate 40 grams of dark chocolate daily for 2 weeks had measurably lower cortisol and catecholamine levels. Cacao is rich in flavonoids that reduce neuroinflammation, one of cortisol's main drivers. They're the example. Imagine your nervous system is a campfire that keeps getting poked. Cortisol is the smoke. Dark chocolate's flavonoids are like water that cools the embers down. The smoke, cortisol, naturally decreases. How to use it? 1 to 2 small squares of 70% plus dark chocolate after lunch. Not milk chocolate. The sugar in milk chocolate actually spikes cortisol. Look for brands with minimal added sugar and high cacao percentage. Food 3. Fatty fish. Salmon, sardines, mackerel. Omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA found in fatty fish, have been shown in multiple randomized controlled trials to significantly reduce cortisol reactivity. A 2021 meta-analysis in the journal Psychosomatic Medicine confirmed that omega-3s reduce both cortisol and inflammatory markers like CRP. Here's why this surprises people. Most assume stress is purely mental,
But inflammation is a major physical trigger for cortisol production. Omega-3s reduce systemic inflammation, so your body stops sounding the alarm. People often report feeling calmer within 3 to 4 weeks of consistent omega-3 intake, even without changing anything else. How to use it? Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week of fatty fish. Canned sardines are the budget-friendly champion. They're actually higher in omega-3s than fresh salmon in most cases. For vegetarians, algae oil supplements provide EPA and DHA directly, the same source fish get their omega-3s from.
Food 4. Blueberries. Blueberries are packed with anthocyanins and vitamin C. Vitamin C is critically important because your adrenal glands, the organs that produce cortisol, are one of the highest consumers of vitamin C in your entire body. When you're stressed, your adrenals burn through vitamin C at a rapid rate. A 2001 study in psychopharmacology found that high-dose vitamin C significantly blunted cortisol spikes during psychological stress tests compared to placebo. Think of your adrenal glands like a phone that's constantly streaming video. It drains the battery fast. Vitamin C is the charger. Without enough vitamin C, your adrenals are always running on empty and producing erratic amounts of cortisol. How to use it? 1 cup of blueberries daily provides strong antioxidant support. Frozen berries are just as effective as fresh and far cheaper. Add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or a morning smoothie.
Food 5. Green tea. L-theanine powerhouse. Green tea contains L-theanine, an amino acid that promotes alpha brainwave activity, the same calm, focused state experienced during meditation. Multiple studies, including a 2012 paper in Nutrients, found that L-theanine significantly reduces cortisol response and increases feelings of calm without causing drowsiness. The example. You know that frazzled feeling when caffeine makes you anxious? L-theanine in green tea counteracts that. It's why green tea gives you alertness without the jitteriness of coffee. Neurologically, it's essentially putting a stress buffer between you and the outside world. How to use it? 2 to 3 cups of green tea daily. Brew at 80 degrees Celsius, not boiling. High heat destroys some of the L-theanine. Matcha delivers the highest concentration because you consume the whole leaf. Replace your afternoon coffee with green tea. You'll avoid the 3 p.m. cortisol spike that coffee can cause and end the day with lower cortisol overall, meaning better sleep.
So there you have it, 5 foods that are scientifically shown to reduce cortisol naturally. 1. Dark leafy greens for magnesium. 2. Dark chocolate for flavonoids. 3. Fatty fish for omega-3s. 4. Blueberries for vitamin C and antioxidants. 5. Green tea for L-theanine. Here's the most important thing I want you to take away. You don't need all 5 immediately. Pick one. The one that's easiest for you to add to your routine today, and start there. Consistency with one food beats perfection with 5. So, which food are you starting with? I read every single one. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who's always stressed. You might literally be saving their health. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself.